Okay, at this point, hopefully everything has worked and you've sort of made your way through the setup process and have some stuff happening. If it is working, you should be seeing, the stuff on the screen. So this is my tree sequencer down below. You should be seeing some key things happening in your synthesizer. Again, the big important thing here to have happen to make this work is that the name here should be the name of the virtual MIDI bus you created before in the previous video, and that name should also then be selected over here by clicking the helmet and making sure that this thing is selected over here. So the name here, the ISC bus driver 1 is what I've got called, and the ISC bus driver 1 here is also what I'm using. It all matches up, and so the messages that this thing are creating are getting sent to the virtual MIDI bus. The virtual MIDI bus messages are then getting received over here by my synthesizer program, and we're all good, and we're getting some music and stuff to happen. Okay, so I'm going to show you in this video really briefly about some ideas for how to sort of now use this thing musically. So I've got a set of notes and a pattern going here. I'm going to keep this thing down in the bottom corner, but I'm going to occasionally be clicking update. And again, update is going to change sort of the tree structure and the rhythms and the notes that we're going to play through the sequencer. Okay, so here we go. Let's turn up some sound here and see what happens. Okay, so this thing is the default patch. When you turn on Helm and open it up, this is like the most basic set of sounds it's going to create. It's okay. It's not super. It's not great. There's some different components here that we can mess with and sort of adjust and see if we can get different sounds or sounds that we might find more interesting. So in this paradigm, we've got these sort of the standard synthesizer setup. We've got oscillators, so basic vibrations that are happening. We're going to send them through a filter. A filter is something that takes away part of the stuff and passes other parts of it. So the shape and design of that filter can change the sound. We've also got an envelope, so how the thing behaves over time. And then we've got some other things that sort of can make it interesting or more musical or sort of different sounding. So the first thing we're going to try is we're going to turn on this filter. I click the little circle there, and immediately it has a big effect on the sound. We got sort of rid of that brassy nastiness that was part of it. I can bring that back by adjusting the filter, and so basically passing everything, or turning it down all the way and passing nothing, or we could have it somewhere in the middle. We've got this thing called resonance we can add, and so this is sort of our kind of nice. Let's add some length to this. So I've now just sort of stretched out the amplitude envelope. And so by doing that, by stretching out that amplitude envelope, I've now made these sounds like overlap each other, which is kind of interesting, kind of nice. We're getting these harmonies that are happening. An interesting thing to play with. Okay, I could do that forever because I'm a weirdo. I'm going to show you one more thing here. So, basically you've got these interesting sets of notes being played. They're sending messages over here. You can adjust things. You can make the sounds different. You could change behavior over time, so you could sort of develop a musical piece in terms of the texture and the quality of the sound by changing these parameters over time. The last thing I'm going to show you here in Helm is how to sort of change a general patch. So patch is sort of a basic definition of a sound in a synthesizer. And so if you click up here on this thing that seems like nondescript, but basically this blank empty bar, it brings up a menu. In my program, half of these are empty. I don't know why, but if you click in sort of the top part, any of the highlighted ones are going to be patches that are available, and you can just try them out. So if you click Electro Bell, and turn that down. Electro Bell, there's Electro Bell. Okay, that's cool. That one is cool. Okay, let's try one more. I'm going to try an arpeggiator. I don't think this is going to work. We'll see what happens. Okay. I'm going to go back to my code and I'm going to do one more thing here. Let's open this bad boy up in my Atom here. Open Atom. And so I've got an arpeggiator on. You can see that by changing patches you can get to a lot of craziness. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change this note duration, and let's put this at 1,000, so it's going to last a second each note. Let's see what happens now when we turn on our arpeggiator. So we'll do that. Again, you got to go back here and click reload, and let's go back to Helm and we'll turn stuff on. I don't know if I'm looking at the right one. Actually, I got to go check this now. I'll close this here. Okay, so theoretically the note should be held a lot longer. You can see that happening. So they were, instead of just immediately flashing on and off, they're being held for a certain amount of time. And so what that means is that if we have an arpeggiator going, we put our arpeggiator fingers down, they're doing these types of things, it's going to sort of bounce between all those notes. So here we go. Cool. Okay, that's it. So if you're a weirdo like me, you could probably spend hours doing that and messing with sounds and trying stuff. So that's it. That's the Stochastic Tree Sequencer. Add some randomness to your music, but not just crazy randomness, structured randomness. That's the goal of this thing. I hope that you know, that was interesting. I hope that you got some ideas here, and maybe this is useful. So we'll have a video call on the 29th, 4 o'clock on the October 29th. If you need help, or you know, or have some ideas, or want to just talk about music and all that kind of stuff, check out that link. It'll be posted through the email list closer to the date. So October 29th, check out and pay attention for that list. Drop by 4 p.m., have a chat, see how things are going. If you have problems or issues, I can try to help you figure them out. Or you could just talk about music and share some of the music you have. If you do something cool with this, please share it with me. I'm super excited to see what happens. Maybe this is itself the entire musical composition. Maybe this becomes part of something in the background. Who knows? Take it wherever you want. Maybe you take all my code and say, I like this idea, but I want to make it like 5 times bigger. Maybe you can make it like more efficient. Maybe you can do amazing things with it. So feel free to do any of that. I'm excited to see where you take these things. And that's it for today. Good luck in the world. Again, care for each other. Have fun. Be good people. And good luck. See you out there.